Imagine that you are 80 years old, but instead of worrying about pressure and back pain, you go out on a horizontal bar, pull yourself up like a teenager, and surprise others with your athletic body. Does it sound like fiction? I agree with you. But for Sergio Arnaut, this is reality. At 80, he looks like he stopped time. A toned body, strong arms, energy that even 30-year-olds would envy. But his story is not about successful genetics or the easy way. It's about how a person can change their destiny by overcoming their own fears and stereotypes about age. Do you want to know how he managed to beat time and become a source of inspiration for thousands of people? Then stay with us and you will discover the secrets of Sergio Arnaut's youth and strength, which can change your life. So let's get started. Sergio Arnaut has not always had a life that he can talk about with pride. Until the age of 45, he was a typical office worker whose health gradually deteriorated due to a sedentary lifestyle, stress, and lack of physical activity. He rarely thought about his body until one incident turned his perception around. One day, at a family picnic, his nephew offered to play football. After picking up the ball, Sergio realized that he was not even able to run a few meters without feeling very short of breath. The jokes of his relatives about his age and form sounded like an alarm clock for him. That night, he promised himself that he would never let that happen again. The first step was to wake up in the morning 30 minutes earlier than usual. He started with a simple one, walking around the block. It was his personal time for reflection and slow entry into a new reality. Over time, walking gave way to light running and then the first workouts at home. He bought a pair of dumbbells and a workout mat so he wouldn't have to make excuses and practice right in the living room. Every day, Sergio felt his body getting stronger and his mood getting better. But the real breakthrough came when his friend invited him to the gym. At first, I felt stupid among the young and pumped up guys, but then I realized that each of them also started at some point, Sergio recalls. This moment became a turning point. He realized that age does not matter if there is a goal and a desire to achieve it. After Sergio Arnaut realized that his life required changes, he did not delay the beginning of the transformation. He understood that he would not be able to return to his usual state just like that, and the decision required not only physical strength but also internal discipline. This was a real turning point for him, and it was during this period that he began to look for something that would work for him in the long run. By the age of 50, training had become an integral part of his life. He found that physical activity not only improves health, but also gives mental clarity and self-confidence. It was then that he began to see sport not as a duty, but as a path to freedom and happiness. On the way to new health and fitness, it became clear to him that the key to success lies not only in intense exercise, but also in harmony between mind and body. Inspired by the idea of this approach, he began to pay attention not only to physical exercises, but also to his inner state. And here he discovered a completely new world for himself. Workouts that not only develop the body, but also work with a psycho-emotional state. Striving for strength and longevity, he realized that no workout would be effective without the right attitude. These new approaches to training became the basis of his unique technique, where not only physical effort is important, but also the ability to tune into every element of movement. So, step by step, he developed a system that helped not only maintain shape, but also develop resilience, balance, and inner strength. In this context, the most important component of his training was the emphasis on the harmony of strength and mind, and each new approach is another step towards improvement. Let's talk in more detail about his approach. For Sergio Arnaut, training is not just a habit, but a real art to which he has devoted decades. His approach differs from conventional strength training. Not only muscles are important here, but also awareness of each movement. For him, The key to longevity and good shape is attention to body and mind at the same time. He believes that if you don't learn to listen to your body, it won't work for you, even with the most intense training. It all starts with morning meditation and breathing exercises that help him focus and tune in to the upcoming load. Sergio claims that mindset is the basis for effective training. If you're not mentally ready, your body won't obey, he says. These few minutes help him feel at the center of events and tune into inner harmony. When he starts strength training, he acts on the principle of slowly but surely. Unlike many who prefer high-intensity activities, Sergio works with moderate weights, but does it at a slow pace. Every repetition is a chance for him to feel how every muscle is working. He carefully controls his movements to avoid injury and give maximum stress to the target muscle groups. One of his favorite exercises is pulling up, but not the usual one, but with a pause at the top point. He holds this position for several seconds, feeling his back and arms working. These slow, controlled movements give amazing results and train not only muscles, but also endurance. According to him, training should be not just physical activity, but an opportunity to feel a connection with the body and learn how to control it. Despite his commitment to traditional methods, Sergio is not afraid to combine the old and the new. In his training, you can find elements of classical gymnastics, such as exercises with sandbags and rubber harnesses, as well as modern methods of functional training, such as exercises with TRX. This mixture allows him to develop strength, flexibility, endurance, and coordination, which is especially important for people his age. However, the most unique aspect of his training is outdoor activities. For Sergio, nature is not just a background, but a real simulator. He often runs on the sand, uses natural obstacles for strength exercises, trains coordination on hills, and works with kettlebells right on the beach. He believes that outdoor workouts are the best way to recharge your energy, especially if combined with proper breathing and relaxation. Training in nature is like recharging your body and soul, he says. This approach not only strengthens the body, but also gives an incredible feeling of harmony and peace. What makes his workouts especially effective is that he constantly changes his routine. He avoids monotony, so every week he includes new exercises or sets himself new tasks. The main thing is the element of the game. Sergio argues that training should not be routine or boring. It should be fun and interesting,